Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for joining us again in another video. If you're a new viewer, welcome. Here at Mind My Budget, we talk all things debt-free journey, debt payoff, personal finance, planning, and spreading nothing but positive vibes. But can you guys believe that we're already in November? I can't even believe it. I feel like I just did my October budget. So in today's video, I will be going over my November paycheck number one. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I am a zero-based budgeter, for lack of a better term. I'll be sure to leave a link above how I set up my zero-based budget paycheck for October. I'll be doing the same steps here and making sure that I outline that. Not much will be changing for my budget, just two slight differences. So let's go ahead and get into it. As you guys know, I show all of my numbers and I'm transparent with what I'm bringing home and if there's any changes. Again, this is just for paycheck number one. I have no side hustle income and the budgeted amount will be $2,055. So that was a slight change. If you looked at last video, it was 2019 and I did get a slight pay raise. Well, I don't want to say slight. I'm fortunate for the pay raise that I received. Going into my fixed expenses, I always do a split rent. And by split rent, I mean that I split up the amount that is due for my rent between my two paychecks for the month. Next will be Amazon, and I'm just going to quickly fill this in and I'll do the calculations with you guys. So let me just go ahead and fill in my fixed expenses and then we'll continue through all the categories. And let's take a look at how much my fixed expenses are. So my fixed expenses are going to be $790 with 14 cents. And now we'll quickly do my variable expenses, which would be miscellaneous. Groceries is going to be $200 as well. Normally my miscellaneous is $100, but the reason I put $200 this time is because I know I am going away one weekend, and by away I mean I'm just taking a day trip to Pennsylvania. But because we're renting the car, what we like to do is essentially tackle as many of our to-do items that we can while we have that car. So one of the things that we'll be doing is going to Walmart and doing like a bulk grocery shopping. So actually this $200 for miscellaneous and groceries is probably just going to be that Walmart compra. How do you say that in English? That Walmart shopping, or going to Walmart and going shopping. So again, adding up the total, I don't know if anyone likes to see this. I know it's straightforward, but I'm just gonna show it on camera. And that's $400. Moving on to my savings investments. Let's do my emergency fund, gets $50. I'm working on rebuilding my starter emergency fund, which is just $1,000. In 2022, I really want to start focusing on building up a 3 to 6 month emergency fund for sure. And now these are my sinking funds / digital cash envelopes. I'll be doing an updated sinking fund video next week, but for now I'm just going to go ahead and write how much I'm allocating from this paycheck because it is changing slightly from the last video. But again, I'll be explaining that further in next week's video. All right, now let's add up what my savings are. So the total is going to be $280. One thing that I forgot to mention is I actually focus on my savings and investments first. I'm a firm believer in paying yourself first. The first thing I do on paydays is I take a look at my savings and I make the transfer. So my emergency fund, I'll make sure that $50 is sent to my credit union. And then for my sinking funds or my digital cash envelopes, I'll make that transfer and send it to my Ally bank account. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is put my debt payments, which will be, if you see C, that's just Chase. I'm actually going to do the summary first before I update this, because if you see, I left extra debt payment blank. I want to do the calculations with you all to show how I come up with how much extra debt I will be putting towards my credit cards this month. As you guys know, I'm on a debt payoff journey and I use the debt snowball method. So going over to the summary, just taking a look at everything again. Remember, my income is so now it'll be income first, 255 minus the fixed expenses, which is 290.14, minus 400 for the variable expenses, minus 280 for the savings. So you see, this is why it's important to double check your numbers. Something was not right with the extra debt payment, and I realized that I actually had my savings and investments a little bit off. So I am going to move takeout to variable expenses. And so I realized that something was off when I had that extra debt amount, because I always brainstorm my budget before I sit down and actually put it in my planner. So one thing that I need to do is when I decide to update my planner design is give more space for my envelopes. But for now, I'm going to move it. I'm going to move takeout to here. So let's add $450 to variable. What I forgot to add back was that for savings and investments, I do have a travel fund, and that's $50. Wow, guys, I can't get it together today. What is going on? I'm filming this after my 9-to-5 job. It definitely was a long day today, so please forgive me, bear with me. Let's do this one more time. And now, fingers crossed, let's see if Teresa can get it together. Okay, so now we're going to subtract these minimum payments. The additional extra debt payment will be $236.86, making our total debt, hopefully I can get it right this time, our total debt payment for this month at $534.86. We're going to add that down here. Let me show you another cool feature, because since I can't get it together today, let me just copy this down here before I mess it up again. Look at that. Now I need to subtract the sinking funds, and my total is $0 after many errors, after figuring out what was wrong. But hey, you know what? Life happens. Trust me, I am not perfect with my budget. I make mistakes. It is okay. We just need to remember to give ourselves grace and be kind. It is a learning process, and I am still learning. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hope that you guys enjoyed the zero-based budget setup. Thank you for bearing with me as I made these mistakes. If you liked what you saw in today's video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below. Have you planned for November? Is there something exciting that's happening this month for you? And as always, if you are on Instagram, you can find me there as well at MindMyBudget. I'll be sure to leave the handle on the screen, and I try to post daily on Instagram for more of my debt payoff, debt-free journey updates. But that's going to be all for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Until next time, friends, I wish you nothing but positive vibes. Yes, positive vibes. Take care.